Hey, howdy folks. Welcome to Rampage Reviews Smackdown Live for September 13th, 2016. Come on and fight back. We'll start it over again. So as it's been for the past few weeks, Smackdown definitely gets the show of the week versus Raw. 2 hours of wrestling versus 3 just flows better. 3 hours, I'm going to keep harping on, is just too long to run a wrestling show. It's hard to hold someone's attention for 3 hours, and to even tell a continuous thread throughout that story. But let's look at SmackDown. We start with a recap of Backlash. Blanking because we've had 500,000 pay-per-views in the past few days. But we start off with the recap of Styles as champ, Rhino and Slater as champ, and Becky Lynch as champ. And we have coming first to the ring, the man who wants to be announced as the face that runs the place, AJ Styles. Comes out, amazing reaction. The crowd loves him at this point. For just a half second until he opens his mouth and he turns most of them against him. But he basically decides that, you know what, the champ is here. He is the champ that runs the camp. I love it. And he's basically cutting this great promo when Cena basically shows up. And everyone turns to boos. And it's funny because you'd think he'd be the returning hero versus AJ Styles. Initial reaction, Styles, yay! Cena, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Right. So he comes out there and he gets in Styles' face, says, you got something I want, or you got something that's mine. And Styles, oh yeah, no problem, I don't need it anymore. He pulls off the armband and flings it at Cena. He's like, no, you've got something else that I want. That. I want to be the 16-time world champion. And there's a little woo in there. Yes, folks, if Cena wins the world title, he'll be 16-time world heavyweight champion, tying the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I really don't know how I feel about that. Flair earned his title around the world, various promotions, being the best. Cena's been the top guy in one company for 10 years. Is he steady, reliable? Yes. Should he break Ric Flair's record? I don't know. I think even Triple H said that he wouldn't do that. At that point, Ambrose shows up, because Ambrose is pissed. He's pissed because AJ Styles kicked him in the jewels, and he lost the match, and lost his title. Says he was robbed. That Styles stole it from him, and he will pay him back with interest. At which point, we get my line of the night from Mauro Ranallo. National treasure. He kicked him in the peninsula south of the equator. Wonderful phrasing. Wonderful. Shane McMahon shows up and goes, whoa. Hold on a minute, guys. He's like, Dean, you'll get your one-on-one rematch. Just not at No Mercy. He's like, Cena, at No Mercy, you will fight AJ Styles, who's also going to fight Dean Ambrose. Triple threat. I don't like it, personally. I would much rather have had Dean and Cena fight it out, and at that point, the winner of that face Styles. But we're going with the triple threat. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of titles being defended in one-on-one matches. Yes, it's traditional. Yes, it's old-fashioned. But triple threats tend to be weird and messy at the end, because it's probably going to be AJ Styles doesn't get pinned, but Cena pins Dean Ambrose and becomes 16-time champion, and then Styles gets his rematch, but Dean still needs a rematch because Dean didn't get his first rematch. Things get weird like that. But from there, they also announced there'd be a tag match tonight. Cena and Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles, a partner of his choosing, because he's the champ that runs the camp. He should be able to find a partner. We'll see. From there, the Usos taking on the Hype Bros. It's the Hype Bros still being injured and beat up from last week, and the Usos destroy them. There's no subtle way to put it. They basically took advantage of the already injured Hype Bros, focused the body parts, super kick, splash, pinfall, done. I dig it. Also, the Usos, because they've got the new gig, the heel turn. New attire this week, it was straight white tights, and one of them had the red tank top, the other one didn't have a top. I liked their black ring gear from Backlash better, but who's to say? Also, they came out during the commercial break, so we didn't have to see them come out to their old entrance music, which I thought was a nice touch. From there, we have Kurt Hawkins promo. It's actually him talking this time, not just a still image of him. Whole bunch of things, and that's a fact. So I guess he's here. We'll see when he shows up, because not this week. From there, The Miz comes out. Cuts a promo about being champ, longest champ, I've still got the title, blah blah blah. Ziggler comes out, angry. You've cheated. I want a match, one-on-one with you. No wives, no Maurice, no this, no that, no that. Yes, me and you. And the perfect thing happens. Maurice steps up, she's like, oh wait, you want what? You want a match? What have you done to deserve a match? And just starts talking Ziggler down. It's amazing. And everyone hates it because he wants the one-on-one match. But man, she steps in, her timing is perfect. I dig it. At this point, I think Maurice is the most wonderful, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Take that, honky tonk man. Daniel Bryan shows up and goes, you know what, you guys are going to fight. You will have a rematch. And Miz says, you know what, no, I wanted to renegotiate my contract. You haven't done that yet. So until you renegotiate my contract, I'm not going to defend my title. And walks off. Which is weird, I don't think that's quite how it works. If Miz does not uphold the terms of his contract, then there are consequences. He can attempt to renegotiate while fulfilling the terms of his contract, but I don't know, it's weird. We'll see where this goes. From there, we have Baron Corbin taking on Apollo Crews on a rematch from Backlash. Except this match doesn't really start because Apollo Crews comes out, Baron Corbin jumps him, decimates him on the outside. At which point, Jack Swagger shows up. Yes, Mr. We the People, who we learned on Raw his contract was expiring, and as of 12:01 this morning, he is now a member of Smackdown. And he'll probably fight Corbin because that's what this sort of stare down was. But, I don't know, kind of weird. I get moving people brand to brand, but this still feels way too early for that. And if you were gonna do that, I thought there'd be more hype. When they mentioned it on Raw that his contract was getting ready to expire, I was thinking leaving the company, not changing brands. So, I don't know. Weird bit there. It's part of learning what the brand split is and what the nomenclature they're using, but that wasn't clear to me before. From there, we have Becky Lynch. Awesome promo. She comes down to the ring. And if when Becky Lynch comes down to the ring, you aren't singing her theme song sitting on your couch at home, you have no soul. And you're un-American. Or Canadian. Or whatever country you're watching this in. You're not patriotic. But she looks so happy to be champion. She still doesn't quite look like she knows what to do having a title belt, which is the most adorable thing I've seen in a while. From there, she basically says, I'll fight anyone, just bring it. Which brings out the 5 ladies that she defeated the night before for a fatal 5-way match to determine who the new #1 contender is going to be. So we had Alexa Bliss versus Carmella versus Nikki versus Naomi versus Natalya. And yes, there's too many women in the same division whose name starts with the letter N. If Steven Regal had to become William Regal, we're going to have to rename somebody. I thought this was a great match. Everyone got their spots in, everyone got hit their finishers or some variation on it. I love Natalya basically, at one point. Naomi tries to like baseball slide, kick her outside the ring. Natalya grabs her, spins her around, just slams her head first into the ring steps. I've never seen that transition done before, though. That's pretty rad. Once again, it's Alexa Bliss sneaking in, trying to steal pinfalls, and she actually does it at the end. Nikki Bella has her up on her shoulders for whatever her new version of the rack attack is. By the way, that spin out RKO, stunner, whatever, needs a name. Please. We can't have her keep doing a move and not have a name. But she has Alexa Bliss set up in that. But Carmella super kicks Nikki Bella. And then Alexa Bliss grabs Carmella, slings her out of the ring, and takes the pinfall. I love it. It's dubious. She's a small little spitfire, which is awesome. I'm digging the new character. I dig the new look, the new attitude. I'm sold. And her versus Becky Lynch is going to be an amazing match. I don't think we ever got the two of them facing off in NXT from what I remember. I think they were like ships passing in the night. From there, we have Heath Slater's contract signing. Yes, he has won his tag team titles. Yes, he now has a Smackdown contract. As the t-shirt says, I got kids. He thanks his wife. He starts thanking all of his kids individually. When, boom, we have music. Dun, 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 or however the Ascension's music goes. They come out and they're like, you said you'd face anyone? At any time? Anywhere? How about here? Tonight? Us. And the Ascension basically, you've got some backpedaling from Slater at this point. He's like, no. Like, hey, there's carpet in the ring. There's a table. At which point, Shane McMahon's like, no, we got that. I like this. We can do this. Hey, guys, clean this out. You see the technicians sort of come out and start striking the set. Pretty cool. It's also much more of, it's the continuation of Rhino playing Silent Bob to Heath Slater's Jay. I dig it. It's a cool dynamic. I think Kevin Smith would appreciate it as well. From there, it's a pretty quick match. In the end, there is one move the Ascension goes for. They go for one of those tandem slam top rope maneuvers, and they just hit the slam way too soon. I guess that's hard to watch. But in the end, Slater and Rhino do get the win via the gore, because Rhino is carrying this team on his shoulders in Philadelphia, which is ECW country, which you hear the chant all the time that Rhino's out there. I dig it. I'm not sold on Rhino and Slater being the greatest thing since sliced bread, but Slater got some good hype and momentum out of it. I am waiting for American Alpha to show up and take back their titles, but they're probably going to be busy dealing with the Usos. From there, we have AJ Styles backstage, and Shane says, have you found a partner? And AJ Styles has not. He tried asking Baron Corbin earlier. Baron Corbin says, no, I'd rather fight you. He tries asking Kane. Kane turns him down as well. So he's assigned a partner. The man who Base has previously fought. God, I'm going to blank on his name. Braun Strowman. Yes, folks. The man that told us a man with two fists has a fighting chance, James Ellsworth, is going to be AJ Styles' partner. AJ Styles comes to the ring. James Ellsworth gets about halfway down the entrance ramp, gets attacked from Miz by behind, gets destroyed, tossed out to the side. Miz comes down to be his partner. I dig it. We are continuing the idea that anything Daniel Bryan can do, Miz can do. So this is Miz showing up for a second segment of the night. I was wrong. It's not him wrestling twice in one night, but he's making two appearances, which Daniel Bryan used to do quite frequently. Showing up against Daniel Bryan's wishes, and the two of them square off against John Cena and Ambrose. I thought this was a good match. Miz brought a lot of intensity. I like Miz stepping up. We got the two champs, and even him and AJ Styles have a very similar thing going on. Even the commentators play up the fact that they both cheated to win their matches. Yes, folks, once again, it's heels doing heel things. Imagine that. This match actually goes to Cena and Styles. Cena hits the attitude adjustment on Miz. Miz takes the pinfall, sparing AJ Styles, of course, so Styles still looks strong as a champion. And we've got Super Cena sitting there celebrating. Dean Ambrose behind him, spins him around, hooks him up, Dirty Deeds, drops him for the 1-2-3. I wasn't sold on Cena taking the pinfall victory, but when Ambrose turned on him, basically cementing that heel turn, I was sold. Between that and, like, Ambrose calling him out in the promo that opened the show, calling him a lazy part-timer, calling him, what else did he say? Basically, you're just there because the company likes you, you're a pretty face that can go sit on all the talk shows. I dig it. I really like this bit of attitude from Ambrose. This is the Ambrose I wanted when he was champion. I want that edge. But we got wacky, goofy Ambrose instead. So where do we go from here? So for No Mercy, we have one match announced, AJ Styles versus John Cena versus Dean Ambrose. What else do we have in the works? Probably Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. I'm assuming they're going to square off at No Mercy because they wouldn't hotshot that match before then. We have Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt still sort of squaring off. So I forgot to talk about that. I forgot to talk about Randy Orton came out, cut a promo. You get the squelch, the lights go out, lights come back on. Orton's on Titantron cutting his promo. Lights go out, lights come back on. Bray Wyatt's outside the ring, taunting Randy Orton. Lights go out, lights come back on. Bray's gone, Eric Rowan's in the ring, and he lays out Randy Orton. Boom, done. Once again, I think that's going to be a feud. Also, probably Baron Corbin versus Jack Swagger. Those two squared off, so they'll either square off next week, or maybe it's going to be pushed down the line to No Mercy. We'll have to wait and see. My MVPs of the night, of course, AJ Styles. Boom, he came out to a pretty solid face pop, and he quickly turned it around to a heel reaction. And Alexa Bliss. She has been showing more and more each week how awesome she is, and I can't wait to see her square off with Becky Lynch. So that's the nice review, folks. Any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. Please like, please subscribe, please share. Use the hashtag as right there, Rampage Reviews, and we'll see you next time.